I've always been excited about TV. There is something brilliant about the way that TV can make people feel about advertising. But the challenge is to constantly reimagine how you use TV and how you create a much more dynamic experience around the investment in TV. And what's exciting is that the TV industry is actually really welcoming genuine brand innovation. When I started at the Coca-Cola Company just 5 years ago, I would be successful if I was given, a pretty substantial budget to produce a 60-second TV ad, and I only came back with a 60-second TV ad. Now, if I'm given a budget, I better come back with minutes and minutes of film content that approaches whatever story we're trying to tell from a slightly different perspective. And I think what's happening is it's not that TV is losing its primacy, but the way that we use TV is evolving because of the number of media that surround TV. So if I take a look at Fanta, that content can reside as a 30-second TV ad, or it can reside as a long-form immersive game as we've had in China. We've got teenagers all over the world with different screens engaging with us at different times. And I want to make sure that we exploit every screen to its full potential. I think that consumers are actually beginning to distinguish between the difference of paid media and free media. And I think that they respect advertisers who pay to engage. So what we can do is inspire people to look at other media, social media, and engage with brand dialogue because they've been so inspired by the TV work that they've seen. With technology, we have seen a massive distribution of creativity. And so when a consumer wants to tell its own story about a brand, we've got to find ways of harnessing that. We've got to find ways of curating that. And we've got to find ways of promoting the very best of that because, we should be so lucky that consumers want to spend time creating their own stories for our brands. The massive challenge for advertisers all over the world is to guide the user-generated conversation or content that is going to happen if your brand is relevant to your target audience. And we distill our stories down to the essence of that brand proposition for TV. And for Coke, it's happiness. For Fanta, it's play. I think if you get that discipline right, then the conversation flows, and that conversation is adding proper value to your brand and to your business. So a great example of this is Coca-Cola's Olympic 2012 campaign. So we have this music track, we create an event, we create a long-form documentary out of this event, and we create 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60 seconds, 90-second time lengths that we can use in TV. I've got teens that are talking about this thing, that they've recorded their own experience of it, they're uploading their own experiences of it. I've got athletes that are talking about this experience of being involved. I've got Mark Ronson releasing music on the back of it, and I'm capturing all of this and creating all sorts of different forms of content. We'll use TV to keep coming back to the very essence of that story, to drive local, fresh relevance as the Olympics get ever closer. For me, the big scary thing about the future of all of this technology and media landscape is the need to engage in real-time global storytelling. And I can imagine a time where you will have consumers all over the world who have elected to be featured in the TV ad, because technology will enable them to actually be aggregated into one single spot in real time. That is going to disrupt everything that we know about curation and everything that we know about user-generated content, and it's going to be really exciting. But it's also going to be very unpredictable, because how do you know that they're all going to behave?